Fouad Dakwar is a young Palestinian musician living in New York City. Ever since October 7th, his cultural identity matters more than ever. He's joining other performers to raise money and spread awareness about the war in Gaza.
I think these regimes are afraid of art because it allows people to dream of something different instead of what they live through every day.
With all eyes on Palestine and Israel, now's the moment that Fouad's art is gaining traction, and he's preparing for the most important show of his life.
Yeah, that's really
so
great.
Fun, yeah.
Cool.
Journalists and civilians in Gaza are posting in real time on social media. The horrors they're witnessing are coming alive on the screens of people across the world.
This video is really difficult for me because I have a brother. It also feels so hopeless and so far away in some way because the American government's not listening to the people.
A record number of people have been protesting in support of both Israel and Palestine since October 7th.
Palestine will live forever!
This has caused tensions to run high, resulting in an increase of anti-Semitism and Islamophobia.
Hamas is a terrorist organization that kills babies and grandmothers in their sleep.
You saw the case in Vermont, for example, of these 3 Palestinian boys just wearing kufiyyas and speaking Arabic and were shot in the street. You know, those could have been me. Being Palestinian in the US is a lot of being the sole voice in a room. It's probably the reason I'm an artist, is that's a way to communicate en masse.
Fouad is only 23 years old, and he still lives at home with his mother, Reem, who cooks Palestinian food to keep their traditions alive.
For me, it always goes back to my grandpa. We call him, every weekend or so, and he always has a new joke to tell. Ahlan, shul akhbar. I know what he's been through. He was raised as an orphan, despite his mom being alive. He lost basically everything. He lost his home, he lost his family, and yet he continues to laugh and smile and make jokes.
I want to see him as Elvis Presley was.
Inshallah. This is how he has maintained his humanity when they tried to take it all from him.
Thank you for the food we eat. We thank you for the air we breathe. We thank you, God, for everything.
It's clear Fouad took after his grandfather, and he began performing for his mother as a young child. His brother even stepped up as the backup singer.
When I'm gone.
And now Fouad is about to take the stage at one of New York City's most established music venues. He's finally putting on a pop-punk musical he wrote about his own life, growing up Palestinian in the United States.
When I was 14 years old, I revisited my birthplace of Nazareth in Israel, Palestine. And when I got there, I was sent away to a summer camp. And I thought that was super ironic because summer camps are some of the most American things I can think of. Surrounded by other Palestinians for the first time in my life, feeling like I didn't fully belong, and yet I did belong more than ever.
This is the moment that Fouad and his grandfather have always dreamt of. But it does mean Fouad has a hard choice to make.
My grandpa on a call the other day, he told me to stay away from the politics. And that was a hard thing to hear. And I get it. I get where he's coming from because he went through so much. He knows what the politics, how it can hurt you. But at the same time, I feel like I'm writing this show for him and because of what he's been through. So it's a weird sort of catch-22, I get super, super anxious right before.
As Fouad prepares to go on, he knows.
Hey, everybody! Welcome! Hey!
Politics must take center stage.
So you think you got me, but you think you got me, but so you think you got me, but see me speed round, 2 to his best on that. When resolution, which is over our limit, and my sour destitution.
there's an ethical sort of consideration I have every morning where it's like, I know that anything I'm getting now, any platform that I'm getting now is because of the devastation being inflicted on Gaza.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill the vibe or anything, but they're killing us. I mean, they're killing them. I mean, we're killing them. I mean, I'm used to the questions, okay? I'm just not used to the answers. Here in New York, I'll start to know who I am when I can say my own name.
This show is still about the suffering, you know? It's not avoiding it. I think that's, you can't have your Palestinian joy, whatever you want to call it, without talking about the suffering that's put on us. I do think we need to laugh, and that's my method of resisting and existing at all, you know? So that's the takeaway, is let's laugh together, let's take some power back in a time when we feel powerless more than ever.
The clock will stop till I try.